situation where I got a little too cocky and ended up dying at some of those cow things here. I just got 10 experience, a floral ring, and a mug of cactus beer. Floral ring? Makes foraging random encounters much more likely. Random encounters. Do I get to randomly encounter an enemy when foraging stuff? Interesting. Didn't know that was a possibility. But now we're in the Coleridge mine to see if there... Oh, wait, hold on. I need to talk to her. It's always... Have fun with your rocks, Haas. I'll watch the horse. Some of those rocks might be valuable. Well, if you bring them out here and they're on the level, I'll help you carry them back to town. Oh, great. Thanks. What do you think we should do next? If we're looking to go get a move on westward, I reckon a train's the way to go. Didn't that map? Okay, good idea. I was just making sure she didn't have any, like, other places she wanted to check out. I got 2 unrefined nuggets. There's a row of lockers here. Must have been used for storing the personal effects of fellers who used to work this mine. The first one is labeled Ellsbury WM and doesn't have a lock on it. The label on the second one is covered in some kind of white goo. The third one is labeled Loose Ben and has combination lock on it. Open the first one. Ellsbury helmet, Water of Latinum. Open the second one. You open the door to reveal a skeleton covered in the same white goo that was on the outside of the locker. You get it. This guy must have died after his co-workers played a prank on him where they stuffed him into his locker and then filled it with shaving cream. I can't believe you dang jerk stuffed me into that locker and then filled it with shaving cream. I died from that, yells the skeleton, confirming both your insight and his vengeful murderous intent. Get ready for... Slam the locker door! Clack! Get ready for a fight. Shaving cream covered skeleton. Oh jeez, they actually implemented that into the thing. Alright, let's cast a spell. Bean armor. And then he's got, wow, he's actually got some pretty high stats. I'm not sure if I'll be able to really handle him that much. But doesn't seem to be anything of particular relevance against him, so just Captain Fire! Okay, I got... When I go through the skills, Susie can shoot, then she can build, and then it says... And then when I get to the rope, it will disable it for 1 round, and it just says, do it! And he's stuck. Oh gosh, that don't do anything. Let's do this. I want to see what this does. Grin Skull! Spooky damage! And finish him off! Pow! Yahoo! Skeleton bone, skull chips, handful of loose teeth. Hooray! So, interesting. Oop, oop. Unrefined meat nugget. Alright, so what else is in here? Whoa, this just opens into a 30-foot shaft. You're gonna need a rope or something. Do I have a rope? I don't think I have a rope. That gives off 2 armor whenever I wear it. What's my helmet thing do? It's only got 1 mysticality. I don't really have much else good for headpieces. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so I guess there's nothing else I can really do until I, like, somehow manage to get my hands on a piece of rope. So, to the map we go! I guess to the rescue mission we go. You discovered a new location! The Humming Cave. I guess we can investigate now. It's just past the rescue mission, which I can visit on my way back. Oh, looks like she's got... So, I think there's another ranch in this area. I don't know nothing about it. It's pretty and new. Okay, we'll take a look. Lazy a Dude Ranch. Alright, so we got a new ranch we can possibly visit. Weird purple grass. Huh, these rocks are weirdly organized. Right? It's like they're trails. like Finding Dory or something. Humming cave inside. Ooh, I see you. I'm gonna let you pass without a struggle. All right, let's get us something to struggle about. We got the jump on them this time. And beam shield. Fire. Okay, it doesn't look like there's a lot I can do in order to make a difference. So, Captain, fire up! Rope him up. Yeehaw! Disabled. Captain, fire up! And finish him off, Susie. She is strong. Snake liver! You liberate the corpse from its skin. Electric snake skin? These snakes are electrified? Wow, what is that thing? The bizarre ruin. Oh gosh, what in the world? This looks dangerous. The monolith is dark. Looks like there was a huge cave-in at some point. A weird device. You got the strange stone arrow. What good does that do me? This is a triangular object made out of a strange stone-like material, shot through with channels of smooth black glass. Looks like I'd be able to put it here or something. I guess I'll be just taking this with me. If I had 10 muscle, I'd be able to push that over. Which would have probably stopped me from having to fight the snake. But you know what? Fight the snake. It's good experience. Alright, moving on. Let's go to the Lazy Dude Ranch, which I thought I was going to the rescue mission. I found the professor's house. Let's check it out real quick. Of course, it's on the other side of the frickin' field. The beeping machine leads you to a ramshackle house in the middle of the desert. Hot coffee. Too much Starbucks, huh? Professor's toilet isn't in very good repair. I flushed it and I got... Check myself. I gained 5 experience for doing that. Speaking of experience, I might want to see about spending anything. What does outfoxing do? It really does not... You're smarter than a box of rocks. What does that do? I don't get it. What does that do? What's that improve? What is that good for? Okay, so, alright, spent my stats now. Should be good to go for the most part. These books are so boring, it's a wonder the shelf isn't full of holes. A map annotated with circles and lines, which I'm not sure quite what that has to do. These books are all about concepts too advanced for you to even recognize. Doesn't look like this guy sleeps very much. What do you think of this guy, Susie? Looks like some kind of egghead. Might as well introduce ourselves, though. Guess so. The device doesn't seem to be operational unless its function is to do nothing. It looks like the same thing that I just plucked. This dresser contains 10 instances of the exact same shirt and 20 identical socks. Excuse me, my name's Seivar 24. What? Oh, I didn't notice you come in. I'm not used to visitors, but folks generally call me the professor. Is there something I can do for you? Well, I found this beeping gizmo and I sort of followed the beeping and it led me here. Well, I'll be. It certainly led you to the right place, young man. This is Vibrato technology, and I happen to be as much an expert as anyone alive today. What now? Vibrato. They were an ancient race that lived here long before humans. They mostly lived underground, so they might still be living as far as I know. Never seen a peep of an actual person though, just the machines they left behind. Were they space aliens? Could be aliens, or genius prehumans, or an entirely different terrestrial evolutionary line. At this stage of investigation, it's impossible to say. Isn't it exciting? Here, let me have a closer look at your beeping gizmo. Give him the device. Aha, as I suspected. This is one of their transponders. It detects the other Vibrato technology and homes in. You see, that'll be why it led you here. I've got a thing been trying to repair. He tinkers around with the transponder for a bit and then plugs a strange stone marble into a socket on it. There you go, good as new. Just swipe up or down to turn it on or off. The Vibrato transponder. Swipe. Now, I gotta warn you, this device will lead you to abandon Vibrato technology, but it might also start to attract unwanted attention. From what? From the Vibrato technology. You'll see what I mean, just be careful. Okay. You know, now that I think about it, you've arrived at a perfect time. In order to get anywhere further with my research, I need more samples of Vibrato tech, but searching for it eats up all the time I could be using to research it. Aha, I get you. Right, you're the adventuresome type, so bring me back whatever devices you find, and if I can get them up and running, that'll benefit both of us. Alright, deal. Great! First priority will be to get my Keystone Fabricator running. They lock their doors and swing with these little stone alloy blocks, you see? So if we can make our own, that'll open a lot of doors for us, literally and figuratively. Alright, what do we need? The components aren't rare, at least as far as priceless ancient technology goes. Bring me about 5 handfuls of scrap. That should be able to salvage the last part I need from that much. Roger that. Alright, so I need to get some scrap, which I have absolutely no idea how to do. I also need to sell these, just sell it. Sell these unrefined meat nuggets, but this is going to be interesting. Professor says that this device calls out to other machinery, spooky action at a distance, you don't trust it. I told you how to turn this thing off. Do you want to shut it down? No. I'll be fine with keeping it on, because who knows, it might be very interesting. Alright, so on to the Elysia Dude Ranch. Howdy there, I'm Wandering Sally. Howdy Sally, I'm Seivar, what's your line? Trading. I wander all around these lands just like it says on the label, and I buy a little here and sell a little there to make my way. Care to see my wares? Sure thing. Wandering Sally's Campout. So she's got a whole bunch of stuff that we can definitely make use of. A fungicide bomb? What? Can kill a lot of goblins at once, but it takes a while. The padlock got its name because it's like a wizard that protects your house. Yeah. Armor and maximum AP. She's got some decent stuff. I kind of wish I had this in the previous area, otherwise I would... okay, so... Doesn't really seem like I'll be able to get much from this. What is this? Increases armor. Okay, then we don't want to get rid of that. Years of being stuck in the nose of a cow have done nothing for the finish on this thing. So let's go ahead and sell. I don't quite know what I need to get rid of. I definitely need to get rid of these can of beans. I got better stuff. Isn't this a lubricant or a lubricant or a lubricant? Both in a sense because it is a can of lubricant. Put it on your hat to add +3 moxie? Well, if that's the case, I don't want to use it just yet because I need a better hat. Alright, so we got everything we possibly could from her. Now it's time to move on to the Lazy Dude Ranch because I've been... Oh my gosh, how much stuff is here? A shot rings out and something buzzes past your ear. You quickly dive behind a rock just in case these two things are connected and not just, say, someone hunting nearby and also there's a bee. Peering carefully around the rock, you eventually spot a movement in the underbrush. It's a hunter with an old-fashioned matchlock rifle and a cloak with leaves stuck to it. Which is less effective as camouflage than it sounds, because all the trees around here are pine trees. You also notice that he's been out here for a very long time, which you can infer from the way he is literally a skeleton. Okay then. Use magic to escape requires outfoxing 3, but what good is outfoxing? We got the jump on him this time. Shield it up. And beam spell. Fire. Let's bind him up. Don't let him get a chance. Fire! Boom. And time to finish it off. Pow! I got the cargo jeans. And I finally got to the Lazy Dude Ranch. Why is it a dude ranch? Why couldn't it just be dude's ranch? Pistol attack damage. No thanks. I'll be fine. I got a needle from a haystack. Wannabes. Farm posers? Yeah, they're the worst. Nice yurts though. An old burnt crate. Guess it came with the property. Kick it open. Bar of soap and a handful of nails. I got a bar of soap. I guess. Hey, like, howdy. I'm selling herbal remedies. Care to buy? What kind of herbal remedies? The kind that are gifted us by the Gaia without any interference by human hands. So, weeds. That's a derogatory term created by the man, but yeah, basically. Why not? Herbal remedy. What are these, hippies? Yeah, hey, yeah, howdy man, what's happening? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Oh, not much, man. We moved on to this little patch of land to grow crops, but then we decided it's more natural to just let Gaia grow whatever she wants, right? I bet that's a lot easier, too. Right on, man. Neat. Where'd you get that hat? Oh, this? A friend of mine made it, man. Forget which one. What'll you take for it? Well, I have been thinking of trying a new style, man. Maybe like one of those hats the army guys used to wear back in the day. Like as kind of an ironic statement, man. There's an old fort over yonder that-a-way. I'll swap you if you can find one of those, man. Fort all dead. Okay, of course, another abandoned or dead fort. Howdy, I'm Seivar. I'm Lucy Lathrop. Why the long face, Louise? Oh, Louise. Geez. Basically because I'm stuck here farming with a couple of dummies who don't know how to farm a dang thing, so they just let the weeds grow and call it natural. I'm so sick of eating dandelions, I could scream. Why don't you leave? I haven't got any meat, or any other prospects, or anywhere to go. I mean, dandelions are terrible, but they're better than eating dirt. This is such a mess. How'd you get in this predicament? I headed west after graduating baking school. I fell in with these guys because they talked a big game about natural grains. Fool that I was. Didn't realize all they were really interested in was getting silly on loco weed and not doing any work. So you're looking for work? Gosh, yes, desperately. The only trade I know is baking, though. Do you know somewhere that's hiring a baker? Heck, even unpaid would be better than this if it comes with a room and a board. I just want to get out of here. I don't, sorry. Shucks. Well, if you hear anything, please let me know. Will do. I hope I can find something. A huge supply of unused fertilizer. Garden. Weed. Patch the loco weed, which requires 3 foraging, which I only have 1. Sorry about it for that little girl, but, yeah. Alright, so let's go to Fort All Dead. I don't have any means of translating it There's some ancient petroglyphs carved into a rock. If only I had more mysticality, but I need experience for that. Alright, time to go into Fort Alldead. Oh, jeez, they weren't joking. He doesn't seem to notice you. Sorry. Sorry about that. He doesn't seem to notice me, but they all seem to be, dead. Giant map of the region. It's a toilet. The flush handle is missing, though. Yeah, I got 9 experience just for flushing the privies. There's no force in the universe that can get this tarp off this crate. These crates are just decorative. So there's nothing in them, really? I need lockpicking. Hardtack, a chemical bullet. Pick the lock. Hardtack, chemical bullet, canteen. A needle, so I can pick more locks. This one contains important military air. And I still need lockpicking. Shelves filled with the skeleton army's food supply. Stewed tongues revolting. Look at something else. The jellied skin. Oiled vulture feathers. Screamed bat wings. Jellied skin in lard. Desiccating glands. Old bat wings and mustard. Roasted glands. Candied blood. Pickled vulture feathers. Jellied slugs. Jellied termites. Mushy fish eyes. Cured hair. Pureed slugs in oil. Oh, this is all just disgusting. Okay, I'm done listening to all that stuff. That's not what I want to know. I don't care about their food supply. I need a hat. Here we go. No way. Not without some stench resistance. Aw, but you're no fun. It looks like somebody left their knapsack behind. Cryptic note about ley lines. Interesting. There's also an evil-looking leather-bound tome. Fundamentals of Nex-Mex. The last thing is a little diary which you decide to leave in there in case the owner comes back looking for it. Read it. It seems to have been written by one of the Necromancer's cultists, and he and several others were reanimating the dead soldiers here on the theory that the best undead army would be a literal undead army. The hitch in the plan came when they raised the officers who decided they weren't going to take orders from a bunch of weirdo civilians. The last entry suggests the author and his cohorts were planning on abandoning their station and reporting back to the Necromancer, but the entry ends abruptly and in the middle of a sentence. Fascinating. So that seems like the robe receipt you found has let you determine that the Necromancer's lair is west of the mountains. That's all I've gotten so far still. There's no name in any of these. There's a patch of pepperoni mold. Pepperoni mold? But I still don't have a hat. I need a hat from this fort. But I need stench resistance? I don't know. Improve my mysticality because I need more. But I don't... without some sort of stench resistance... What can I get for stench resistance? Hello. Sorry, pardon me. Excuse me. Good gravy. When do you ever see a thing like this? Never? You reckon we should do something about it? It's worth looking around at least. Or at least it would be if I could find a dang hat like I've been needing to do. Okay, let's go to the rescue mission. And I found a new location. Let's go there now. It's the circus. What could possibly go wrong? Ugh, clowns. Yeah, I hear you. Them fellas put me right off my feet. They're so creepy. When I was little, my uncle would give me nightmares with old stories about them. Oh, sure. You mean the old tales about demon cows and demon clowns fighting down in hell? Yeah, and how rodeo clowns dress up like that because the first rodeos were reenactments of those battles and it became a traditional thing. I remember them stories from when I was a youngin' myself. Ain't thought about that in decades. Don't be fouling your britches though. These clowns is just fellas in makeup. Yeah, I know. Still creeps me out though. As you approach, the clown puts on that basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want you to deal with, what they want to deal with is a customer, but they're not allowed to say so. Welcome to Barnaby Bob's Perfect perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir. How can I help you? I'd like to run away with the circus, please. I'd like to see the circus, please. Well, you came to the right place then. But if you want to get inside, you'll need a ticket. And presuming you can sell me one? Well, certainly. That's my job after all. For you, sir, a ticket will cost 5,000 meat. Say, what? Doesn't seem a bit high. I promise you, sir. At this price, it's a real steal. Well, you've got that right. Why is it so expensive? Well, now, this is no podunk little traveling circus. We've got rides, games, food, and an amazing demonstration of knife-throwing skill by none other than Barnaby Bob himself. Tell me more about the rides. Well, I suppose I should say ride, but we haven't had a single grisly merry-go-round accident since we stopped turning it on. Tell me more about the games. Oh, we got tons of them. Does 3 count as tons? 3 is more like some. We've got some of them. Tell me more about the food. We've got your favorite popcorn, sarsaparilla with the fancy new bottle caps, and get this. Did you hear about that new thing a fella invented? Cotton candy? Yeah, I think I might have. Well, it's patented, but we're pretty sure he figured out how it works. Mostly, more or less. Tell me about Barnaby Bob. Oh, the boss is the real master of knives, let me tell you. He does this amazing stunt where he gets a volunteer from the audience up on stage to throw knives at him. He never misses his target. Did you leave out the part where he puts an apple on their head or something? Oh, what? Oh, right, sure. You aren't doing a very good job of selling me on this. Why, whatever do you mean? Attempt to outfox the clown? First, you ask for an outrageous sum of meat, and then you describe your circus in terms that makes it sound distinctly cut rate. Well now, if you really expected me to pay that much, you'd be doing your best to make it sound like a magical paradise. On the other hand, if it really is as chintzy as you described it, you'd be asking price cheap enough to overcome poor word of mouth. Which leads me to the conclusion that for some reason, you don't actually want to sell me a ticket. The clown starts to look nervous. Now, let's not jump to conclusions, friend. I'm just pulling your leg a bit. Clown around like we do. It's all in good fun. So the actual price is 500 meat. I could buy half a horse for that. Sure, but what are you going to do with half a horse? The circus is much more entertaining. Let me think about it. Is it really worth it? I don't think it's worth it. Let's go elsewhere. Can we get to the rescue mission, possibly? Without something Oh my gosh, we did! How many times did I get interrupted trying to get to this place in the first little cluster of gin blossoms? Yay, blossom gin, I got some. I'll just wait out here. I don't feel particularly churchy these days. Fair enough. My horse is now floating. Howdy there, Undyne. Oh, don't wander. Don't wander. Just stay here. Oh, rescue mission inside. It's a nice little church. The pulpit has been pushed back against the wall. These haphazard stack of pews in the corner. It's a shelf full of like half full of medical supplies and some small beds. Gosh, a real-life nun. Yes, I'm Sister Tabitha. I'm Seivar 24. What's with the cots? Well, with the cow's attacks on and so on, I felt my faith would be better served by running this place as a clinic rather than just as a church. I also sell medical supplies if you'd like your healing to go. Do you need any errands run or anything? Funny you should ask. I've been experimenting with the healing properties of the purple grass that grows near here, but I've run out. Would you mind picking some for me? It grows near a cave that makes an unusual humming sound. Oh, sure. I think I know the place you mean. No problem. I'll be right back with it. The humming cave? You find a pair of saddlebags slung over a tree branch, a property of Fort All Dead Library. Dig through the bags. Advanced Beancraft Volume 1. Well then, I got lucky on that one, so let's go ahead and go through the Advanced Beancraft. Read it! I can summon a combat skill which summons a powerful golem to fight for you. Uncanny Presence, a perk that provides resistance against elemental damage. About butter and an article about beans, and the juxtaposition gives you an idea. Gives Butterbean, a spell that reduces an opponent's muscle, mysticality, and moxie, which increases their damage with their damage take and reduces their damage output, all in the one go. I feel like the bean golem would be a really useful thing. It includes a chapter about making human-sized or larger automatons and binding them to your will to help with kitchen tasks. Being gives being golems a combat skill which summons a powerful golem to fight for you. Sounds like a great thing. There's a poem scribbled in the margins whose word keeps shifting and changing. Uncanny presence, a perk that provides resistance. I think I want to go for the bean golem. Who knows? That could probably be useful. He gets a little rowdy and eats the book. Bad golem. I want to see this one in action. So there's supposedly some sort of purple grass around here. Not sure. I have no idea as to where the purple grass could possibly be. Do I have any in? Gives you the raised skeletal buddy skill. Another summon spell? Sure, let's read it. Are you certain the dark arts are no laughing matter? This could really mess you up. Is this gonna make... Well, I've already read one before. I'm not sure it's gonna really make that big of a difference. That being said, the one spell that I did learn really doesn't make that much of a difference in the first place. And I literally just got a summon... Oh, this is the purple grass that the nun was talking about. Okay. And then we go back to the rescue mission. As the trail curves through a patch of marshy ground, you catch a whiff of something worse than swamp gas. It's a stink above, a cow skull floating in a cloud of noxious vapors, and it saw you before you smelled it. Fight! We got the jump on it this time. I wanted to see this one in action. Let's start by summoning my shield like normal, summoning the golem, and yeah, burning. Burn it with fire. Bind it with a rope. That looks so funny. Alright. Captain Fire. And shoot her down. Waha! Yay, Calfang's Infernal Soul Fragment. Susie carves another notch into the stock of her rifle. Cal hate flashes in her eyes. Her resolve intensifies. She became stronger. As per usual. Yep, here you go. Blessings be upon you. Can I buy some medical supplies? I actually don't... Oh, broken leg pills! I forgot about those. I needed those. Of course we were. Oh! Starts making that beeping noise that means either treasure or a monster is nearby. It turns out to be a monster. Nuts. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to have noticed you. Attack it. We got the jump on them this time. That is really weak. Okay, so there's a little bit more damage to it, but it's not that big of a deal. So, it's really not going to take that much in order to take it down, so just hit it with fire. Unless there's like 2 parts of this thing. And then shoot it. So I found my first El Vibrato scraps. And now we made it all the way back to Dirtwater, which I need to get to that one guy, this guy. Check on him. Yep, here you go. Woo, thanks. I feel like a new man again, or at least the same man with a new leg. That's good. Go drink some milk or something, okay? He waves and skips happily away. Well, that was nice. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Quite the conundrum. I got the El Vibrato things, which is going to be an absolute oddball in the entire story that's been this game in the first place. But we found quite a few new things, including a circus, which I need to possibly wait until I get outfoxing up a little bit more before I actually go there. But this is, I still need to spend like experience on my character, and yeah, he's I don't quite know what else to do. A lot of the stuff that I have to get is really high up, but I can improve upon my mysticality some, a lot, and just, you know, deal massive amounts of spell damage. But I also need to be able to increase some of the spells I have access to, like the Bean Golem. I need to upgrade that so that he can be a little bit more useful. The damage he does is very pathetic at the moment, and it doesn't really have a lot to go with it. But so far, not too bad. Definitely need some improvements, but it's a good start so far. Alright, so that's everything. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Leave a comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care, Savior!